Laconar is more than a picturesque waterfront town. It's your gateway to adventures in the beautiful Skagit Valley. This place just might be your next favorite getaway. Welcome to RV Out West. I'm your host, Brooks. My family of four's base camp is located in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, and our RV adventures radiate out from there. Please grab a mug of coffee and join us as we discuss RVing around the American West. From sweet camping spots, gear and equipment, to tips and tricks, we've got you covered. We are RV Out West. I hope you're enjoying every bit of summer and finding plenty of time to get out there and enjoy some great RV adventures. May this season give you plenty of opportunities to explore, relax, and make some great memories along the way. If you're enjoying RV Out West and want to help keep the show going, consider making a contribution. Every bit of support helps us continue creating new episodes, travel guides, and content about RVing and exploring right here in the Pacific Northwest. Click the link right there in the episode description in your podcast app, or head over to our website at rvoutwest.com to support the show. It would mean so much to me, all for just the cost of a cup of coffee. Thank you for being a part of the RV Out West community. Let's go ahead and get right into this special destination episode. There are places you visit, and then there are places that immediately draw you in, and Laconar, Washington is one of the latter. Throughout my childhood, as a family, we would come to this town often for an afternoon of boat watching, visiting Nasty Jack's, an antique store, walking around downtown window shopping, and finally falling into a restaurant, preferably with a patio or a deck so my family could share a meal. For me, Laconar is a place that brings back a flood of childhood memories, even though at the time, any mention of Laconar almost automatically caused an eye roll from me to my parents. Set along the Swinomish Channel in the heart of Skagit Valley, this maritime town brings together Northwest scenery, history, art, and a life on the water in a compact, walkable setting. Stroll along First Street and you'll find locally owned shops, galleries, restaurants, and cafes, all tucked into these really cool historic buildings. All while boats drift along the channel just beyond the boardwalk. When you look beyond town and the landscape opens into wide fields, farm roads, with the Cascade Mountains rising above in the distance, a reminder that Laconar is surrounded by one of Washington's most productive agricultural regions. But Laconar is more than a place to spend an afternoon. Explore the Museum of Northwest Art. Wander the waterfront, grab a meal featuring ingredients from the surrounding Skagit Valley, or simply find a beach and watch the boats make their way through the channel. In spring, the surrounding tulip fields transform the valley into a burst of color. But Laconar has plenty to offer throughout the year. For us RVers, it makes an especially appealing base for exploring the Skagit Valley, the North Cascades, and nearby communities. Laconar is worth seeking out because it gives you something that can be hard to find when you travel. A chance to immerse yourself and really experience a place with some depth. This area sits in Northwest Washington, where land and water define the landscape. Located on the eastern shore of the Swinomish Channel, near the mouth of the Skagit River and the northern Puget Sound, the town lies mostly near sea level, with elevations from 0 to maybe 150 feet. Surrounding it are hills, agricultural floodplains, wetlands, forests, and waterways. The 6.5-mile Swinomish Channel connects Skagit Bay and Padilla Bay, linking Laconar directly to the Salish Sea. The geography is also a big part of what makes the area so visually striking. Laconar sits within the fertile Skagit Valley, surrounded by some of the region's richest farmland and a landscape shaped by the Skagit River Delta, tidal waters, dikes, and sloughs. The town receives roughly 30 inches of rain annually, helped by its position in the Olympic Mountains rain shadow, while its marine climate produces relatively mild temperatures and a growing season of approximately 100 to 190 days. Long before La Conner became a town, the area was originally home to coastal Salish peoples, including the Swinomish, whose connection to these waterways and lands stretched back centuries. The community that became La Conner began taking shape in the 1860s, when non-native settlers established a trading post along the Swinomish Channel. In 1869, John S. Conner purchased the trading post and established a store and post office, and the following year he renamed the settlement La Conner in honor of his wife, Louisa Ann. Its location on the water quickly made La Conner an important center for shipping, agricultural, fishing, and commerce, with steamboats connecting the town to communities throughout the Puget Sound. La Conner became Skagit County's first county seat in 1883, though that distinction lasted only a year before it moved to the nearby community of Mount Vernon. As railroads and highways changed regional transportation, La Conner's role as a commercial hub faded, but its waterfront, historic buildings, agricultural roots, and growing arts community helped shape the town that it is today. We've covered just what makes La Conner such a cool RV destination, to the brief history of how this maritime town came to be. When we return, we jump right into the adventures you can go on in this area, some of the best places to find a bite to eat or a coffee, as well as just where you should camp. Stay with us. I'm Brooks, and you're listening to RV Out West. But first, a word from our sponsor and friends over at Scenic Washington. Discover all 29 of Washington State's scenic byways with Scenic Washington's 2026 guidebook and map, packed with route details and must-see stops. Best of all, it's free. Pick up one at visitor centers all across the state or at scenicwa.com. You can also click the link right there in this episode's podcast description. So order yours today. What are you waiting for? Start planning your next adventure. Welcome back to RV Out West. I'm your host, Brooks. Let's pick right back up where we left off in this special destination episode all about La Conner, Washington. While La Conner's waterfront and historic downtown are reason enough to visit, the real adventure begins when you venture beyond town. The surrounding Skagit Valley offers plenty of opportunities to get outside, from paddling and boating on the region's waterways to hiking, cycling, birdwatching, and exploring nearby parks and trails. Your day can take you from a leisurely morning along the channel, walking with a fresh cup of coffee, to an afternoon exploring fields, forest, beaches, and mountain country. Here, the possibilities truly feel endless. This area sits at an intersection where quiet country roads, river levees, and expansive farmland create excellent terrain for exploring by bicycle. Road cyclists can follow rural routes through the valley and along the Skagit River, while nearby trails provide opportunities for a more relaxed walk. For a shorter outing on foot, Pioneer Park offers a network of forested trails with views towards the Swinomish Channel, farmland, and Mount Baker. Just beyond town, Kukukatali Preserve adds a longer hike through the forest and along saltwater shoreline, with a trail connecting to Kikit Island when tides allow. Water is another defining part of the landscape here. The Swinomish Channel provides a protected setting for kayaking and canoeing, with launches available at Sherman Avenue and Conner Waterfront Park. Paddlers can explore the channel and surrounding waterways while watching for seals, bald eagles, and great blue herons. For a longer adventure, Hope Island Marine State Park is accessible by boat or paddle from the La Conner area, offering shoreline forests and protected natural habitat to explore. But you are going to want to be a seasoned sea kayaker to make that trip out to Hope Island, and make sure you dress for immersion. Now, if flowers and tulips are your jam, then the Skagit Valley Tulip Festival just might be the perfect thing for you. For the full tulip experience, plan a visit in April when the annual Skagit Valley Tulip Festival brings the valley into bloom. The official festival runs April 1st through April 30th, although Mother Nature sets the actual schedule, with blooms sometimes beginning in mid-March and lasting into early May. Mid-April is generally the best bet for seeing the widest range of varieties in bloom, while visiting on a weekday can also mean fewer crowds and less traffic. For a memorable day, make time for several of the valley's major gardens, including Rosengard with more than 60 acres of fields and display gardens, Tulip Town, known for its family-friendly garden experience, and Garden Rosalind, a more intimate garden setting, and Tulip Valley Farms, where you can walk among the flowers and pick your own bouquet. After a day of exploring the trails, waterways, and back roads around LeConner, there's no better way to refuel than with a good meal. From casual waterfront spots to locally focused restaurants, this town offers plenty of places to settle in, swap stories, and relive the day's adventures over a meal and a drink. LeConner's dining scene makes good use of the bounty surrounding the town, with menus that showcase Skagit Valley's produce and seafood from the nearby Salish Sea. For a quintessential Pacific Northwest meal, Nell Thorne is a standout, serving seasonal farm-to-table fare with local ingredients, including seafood, right there along the Swinomish Channel. For a more casual lunch, the Wayfinder Cafe serves all-day breakfast, sandwiches, paninis, salads, and specialty coffee. While LeConner Calico Cupboard Cafe and Bakery combines made-from-scratch bakery fare with breakfast and lunch. For coffee and something a little sweet before heading out for the day, check out Stompin' Grounds Coffee Co. It's a great popular local stop. While the Scone Lady Bakery specializes in locally sourced fruit-forward scones. When it's time to slow down and toast the day, Hellman's Vineyard offers wines by the glass and flights with views of the Swinomish Channel, while Skagit Crest Vineyard and Winery provides another waterfront tasting option. Together, these LeConner restaurants, cafes, bakeries, and wine bars make it easy to build a day around the flavors of the Skagit Valley. After exploring LeConner's restaurants and tasting rooms, you have several convenient places to camp nearby. These following campgrounds are within an easy drive of town, making it simple to enjoy LeConner's waterfront shops and dining while keeping a comfortable home base close by. That said, camping in LeConner really gives you only two options. Of course, if you zoom out on the area, there are places close by that you could stay at. But for the sake of this special destination episode, I want to keep our focus on the two places really that are closest to town. LeConner Marine RV Resort is one of the most convenient places to camp in LeConner. Located along the Swinomish Channel, this park offers full hookups, including both 30 amp and 50 amp back-in and pull-through sites. Its biggest advantage is your location. You can walk from your campsite into downtown LeConner for all of the things you want to do, making it possible to park your RV and explore the town on foot. A few miles west of town, Thousand Trails LeConner offers a very different camping experience. Spread across 111 acres, the year-round resort has roughly half a mile of saltwater beachfront along the Puget Sound, along with hiking, picnicking, recreation facilities, and even a boat launch. Full hookup sites are available, although not every RV site has full hookups. So be sure to confirm the utility configuration when you're reserving. The waterfront setting makes this a particularly appealing choice for you, especially if you want more room to enjoy the outdoors and a campground experience rather than the walkable downtown base. By the time you leave LeConner, it is rarely the list of things you checked off that stays with you. It is the morning light falling across the Skagit Valley, the quiet rhythm of a paddle along the channel. The miles of road beneath your bike and the stories shared over a meal as the day winds down. LaConner becomes a part of the experience, and a simple weekend can feel like a genuine escape. If you enjoyed this episode or are a fan of RV Out West, please consider buying me a coffee to help support the show. Your contribution helps keep the podcast and all of our Pacific Northwest RV content going. Just click the link right there in the episode description to make a contribution. I sure would appreciate it. All right, my friends, the conversation doesn't have to end here. If anything we talked about makes you crave more information, head over to rvoutwest.com and take a moment to check out the show notes. We've got links to everything we mentioned, so you can dive deeper and explore more. Next Monday on RV Out West, we're checking out a new app designed to make RV maintenance easier by helping you keep track of everything that is specific to your rig. Plus, we'll hear about some of the team's favorite places to camp right here in the Pacific Northwest. So be sure to tune in next week. In the meantime, also, you're going to want to smash that follow button in your podcast app so you never miss an episode, and tune in next Monday.
Thanks so much for listening to RV Out West. Join us again next week. Please like and subscribe to our podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever you choose to get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. I sure would appreciate it if you left a rating or a review of the show. Special thanks to Scott Holmes Music for providing us the intro song, We Are One. RV Out West can be found on Instagram and Facebook, where you can interact with us and follow along on our RV adventures around the Pacific Northwest. So get out there, explore, and go see what's beyond the horizon.